Welcome back to California Bountiful. So here's a segment we like to call Wine 101, because we're going to answer some of the questions you have, the questions I have, the questions we all have about wine, because there's a lot of them out there, I would assume. At least I have a lot of them. And there's no better person to help us than our good friend Jody Bogle of Bogle Vineyards here in the Delta region of Sacramento. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Love Bogle Vineyards. And you know, a lot of the questions I hear in the tasting room when I go tasting is, what kind of wine do I like? I have no idea. I don't know where to start. And you said a good idea would be to think about maybe what kind of fruit you like. What do you mean?
So absolutely. Wines have components of many different fruits. Starts with grapes, right? So each wine that we have kind of resembles other fruits. So if you like apples or pears, perhaps you might want to start with a Chardonnay. Okay. Our Clarksburg Chardonnay has a lot of apple pear components, very juicy, some crispness, and some softness from a little oak that we use as well.
Which are all the same words you would use to describe the fruit too, so that makes sense. Okay, I understand. I get it, I'm getting it now. Okay.
Zinfandel is frequently described as having raspberry flavors. It's a very typical flavor that you find in our old vine Zinfandel. So if you like raspberries, red fruits, that might be a good choice for you.
Jammy, when people say that.
So you want to talk about jammy, we can move on to the Petit Syrah.
I'm skipping ahead.
That's okay. The Petit Syrah is an amazing varietal. It has wonderful blackberry, blueberry components, often called jammy, inky.
That's
very, very luscious. Okay. So if you like the darker blue fruits and black fruits, that's often going to be something that is used to describe Petit Syrah.
Oh, okay. And we didn't have any cherries in season yet, so we have some dried cherries.
Right. So Cabernet Sauvignon typically is described as having some cherry flavors. Sometimes it tastes like black cherries, sometimes they taste like red cherries. It just depends on where you're getting the fruit and how the winemaker works with it.
And one more question. So when I hear a wine described as being fruit forward, what exactly does that mean?
So fruit forward is a descriptor that tells you that the wine's going to be juicy and luscious and soft. We want those grapes they bring forward these different fruits. And so when you are tasting a wine, obviously it's going to be fruit forward. Well, this is better than the sound. is the taste.
Thank you, my friend. And so, and also fruit forward means that you want to taste the fruit on your palate. That's kind of the first thing you...
Right, so when you first take a sip, the first thing you do when you have your nose in the glass, you're gonna get a whiff of that bouquet.
Yeah.
This Cabernet is, if you pick it up a little bit, I think it's got a little bit more of the dark cherry flavors to it.
Yes, I can smell a little bit of it too. That's fabulous.
And then when you take a sip, that fruit is going to be on the forward part of your tongue, followed by any kind of oak that you might have, or the tannin that the wine has. That's going to be followed at the end of the sip.
That'll be behind the fruit.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good. And so for folks out there who just have no idea where to start, what's your recommendation of what kind of wine should you start with?
It's really hard to go wrong with a good place to start is white wine. See if you like it. And something that people always get asked in tasting rooms, I ask people when they come in and they don't know what they're looking for, is people say, well, do you like sweet things or do you like dry things?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wine typically is on a scale between being dry or juicy. And so that's going to be something that can help the person who's pouring the wine identify for you what you're going to like.
And tasting wine and finding the one that you like is a very personal thing. So I guess
there's no wrong answers.
Right, there's no wrong
Absolutely.
answer. It's just meant to be enjoyed. So I guess when in doubt, just keep tasting, right?
Absolutely.
Fabulous, which we'll do. Ching, ching. All right.